Hello, I'm Patricia McKean. I am from Gudnichimarland and I did a project for Yarn on Uncle Lenny Clarke.
Uncle Banjo told me
there's no real English word that can actually describe what land means to an Aboriginal person. Land and Aboriginal people are one. You can't separate them. I think land means to Aboriginal people that it's non-tradable. We tend to use it as a spiritual base. We tend to bury all of our people there, and all of our stories, all of our lives are interwoven within our land. This probably explains in part our white people can quite easily just walk in and take our land because it means nothing spiritual to them. I was bred and born at Warrnambool. I've lived most of my life at Framlingham Aboriginal community, 12 miles north of Warrnambool. You got plenty of land to run around on. Like there's this great river out here, the Hopkins River. You can see that it's a great gorge. So we used to get down there and we used to do all sorts of things with our games. We used to find ourselves going all through the forest. We'd be on the old horse and carts and things like that, going up there with the older people. They used to always love that mode of transport. So all in all, look, we used to really enjoy being in our spirit land because of all the stories that was told about it. There were certain areas that you knew where the old people had lived and all the stories that the older people had told you where some old fella used to live and what he used to do, and you knew all the characteristics as though he was living in that time. And then, of course, that river goes right through the forest. Now, we look upon that forest, it's in its natural condition that the non-Aboriginal people, the authorities of the time, they try to turn it into agriculture college. They try to turn it into everything, but it didn't work. With the Framlingham forest, with the blockade that we conducted, now that was very shrewdly or cunningly performed by our people. It was a minor road that was blocked off, and that was deliberately done. But we put it across the media that it was a major road. And then it was our job to go out to all the people who may support us, such as the churches. They jumped on board. And so we got them to write all sorts of letters to newspapers. So we used the media to the hilt to get what we want. In fact, Malcolm Fraser launched his election with us and put us on the platform for native title. And it was the right time, you know. And people were more sympathetic towards recognition of our spirit lands in those days. So that's possibly the reason why it came about, is because we wanted ownership of it. And basically, really, that's what it amounted to in the end. Don't forget, the blockade was a 100-year fight. This area here, the great tribes of the Western District, that's the Gunditjmara and the Karay and all the other surrounding ones, we staged a 21-year war, and it was a guerrilla war. And we held back the white rich Western District for 21 years straight. In other words, the new settlers, they were absolutely petrified. They were scared to move. It's really up to us to take up that challenge and see if we could reshape it into the way that it benefits all Aboriginal people. What I'd like to see is that we could all work together. We could all solve the problems together. That's only a dream. But I'd like to see that dream happen.